Welcome to the Good Buds Podcast, the show where good buds smoke good buds and talk about them. I'm Curtis,
I'm Shank.
Isaac.
and this is episode 79, airing Monday, June 20th, 2022, on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Thank you for joining us.
Today we are joined as usual by Isaac and myself and Curtis. We're all hanging out and we're going to be talking about some really interesting cannabis related things that Isaac found for us. Curtis and I aren't 100% sure about what they are, but we're going to find out very shortly.
He said something about science and weed, and I'm intrigued.
Weed science!
Weed!
Science!
Bill. Oh, wrong show.
Oh, I was going to
Smoke
get into
weed
it.
with Bill Nye, yeah.
I was going to get into it. So yeah, I'm super duper excited for that today. We're gonna have a great time as usual.
Absolutely. And in order to have a great time, we gotta do what we normally do. And it is this. It is a bong, and it is filled with some cannabis.
Okay, got a doobie.
He has his doobie. So my cannabis today is filled with some red runts.
Nice, man. Nice. I got lemon rocket for today.
Lemon rockets. Ooh.
Lemon rocket.
Sour rocket man. Isaac, are you gonna be partaking in any beverages today?
Yes, blue Powerade, but I don't have a hangover, so just a normal drink.
Just for funsies?
Just for funsies?
blue stuff just for funsies?
Blue Powerade, but I don't have a hangover, so it's just regular.
Yeah, I say that because everybody I know who I've seen drink blue Powerade, they're just like, oh, it's because I'm hungover.
Makes sense.
I've heard that before, but at the same time, I can't personally think of how Blue Powerade would be good.
Honestly,
I just
yeah,
prefer
coffee.
While you
coffee and something really greasy.
guys, while you guys talk, I'm going to look this up on Google.
All right, do it up.
All right, you do that.
Well, I know. Well, to be fair, I know Powerade is good because electrolytes. They're what plants
Obviously.
crave.
I thought that was Gatorade.
No, it's
Okay.
Brondo.
Pronto!
It's what plants crave.
It's like taking an elevator up to the highest point of a mountain, except the elevator is filled with 70 live cougars!
Fuck yes. Oh god. All right, this episode's off to an awesome start. All right, so
Okay. Oh, yeah.
let's make it even better.
Absolutely. And as always, if you have a bong pack, a bowl pack, a joint roll, a blunt roll, a vape ready, a rig ready, or you have some edibles, you can take them down.
Eat 'em all.
Do it later. I don't fucking care. It is time to. Oh, I'm gonna miss it this time. I'm not gonna do it. It's time to blaze it. Tok tok shkaboke.
Smoke, smoke.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, I think what have you found in your research?
What did you find?
For some reason, this is it's very cheery, this article. Wanna gain an edge over the plain water that treat your hangover? Consider reaching for a Powerade, Gatorade, or a similar non-fizzy sports drink. These drinks are packed with certain minerals called electrolytes,
Electrolytes.
such as
It's what plants
sodium,
crave.
I deserve my electrolytes.
such as
Electrolytes.
sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, which help regulate fluid levels in the body.
You know what's funny? You know another word for electrolytes? Salt.
I'm gonna take
You're
a
calling
swig at
me salt water.
So you're telling me I'm drinking
flavored
salt water?
water, and
It's true. Like it's
I
true. You can
enjoy it a
look,
lot.
you can look it up. Salts is electrolytes are like a salt.
That's kind of ironic because
That's a salt and pepper.
electrolytes help you hydrate.
No, they help you control the hydration in your body. They don't specify whether it's making you less or more hydrated.
Makes sense. But
It's
also
ironic.
explains why
Controlling the dude, I can control the hydration in my body by sitting in a fucking desert for 3 hours. I'll get way less hydrated. There, I've controlled the hydration in my body.
That makes a whole lot of sense as to why every time I take Gatorade with me on a mountain bike, I always throw up.
Mm-hmm. Best to bring water.
It's because I
I mean, mineral water, preferably. Mineral water's good. Don't.
Because I need to return the salt to the land.
Yeah, it's true. You drink all the salt and then you expel the salt onto the land.
I thought
But
I
go
thought
ahead.
I brought Gatorade with me because I thought I would sweat Gatorade as well, like the
You might.
commercials.
You might. That would be badass as fuck. Looking all hardcore as shit, being all sports ball star and sweating blue. It's-
That shit
but
freaked me out as a kid. I'm like, why is
know.
Michael Jordan a mutant? I thought he wasn't taken over by the fucking alien.
Yeah,
the
from
pod,
Space
yeah, the
Jam.
pod
They
people.
lied
What
to
the
me.
fuck?
He's bleeding blue. He's an alien.
They lied
He's
to me.
sweating blue and LeBron is sweating red. What is this?
What is this shit?
Who
But
sliced LeBron?
who? But yeah, that's good to know. So we now know that Gatorade is a good drink for if you're hungover because of electrolytes. But Curtis, you said
yeah.
what strain are you smoking this week?
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Another good thing that's good for the brain is Red Runts, which is what I'm smoking on today. It is a strain that was measured at 21% THC.
Nice.
CBDs are less than 1 but more than 0, so they exist.
That
They are
nug
there
does not
somewhere.
look red. That
It's not really red. Here, let me turn
There-
the
there-
brightness
there-
off.
there
we
is
go.
no red.
It's not really red. It's more or less just a whole bunch of little tiny nuggets of this nice little forest green that's all kind of little bundled together in this little
Cute little
Well,
nuggy
now-
nugs.
Now I'm upset. It's not red.
I know, but that's the thing is the amount of times that I've smoked purple something and it had not an ounce of purple on it, even though purple is an actual color that grows on cannabis plants, is ridiculous.
Same.
Like it's like stop calling it purple. Like if you grow purple Urkel and
No.
it doesn't look purple, just call it Urkel.
Right. No problem with that. By the way, the funniest thing is I have seen online a picture of somebody who claimed the strain was green crack, and the strain
Mhm.
itself was fucking like blue with deep purple in it. Like not a strain
It's not
of
green
weed
at all, you
with
son of a
no
bitch.
green, and it's called green crack. No, that's wrong. But in terms of the smell, very clean, very floral. It's like someone's processing. It's like a very fancy, high, delicate operation with a lot of money and a lot of technology put into it, specifically to derive opium from poppy seeds.
Sounds legit.
Exactly. Very
Yeah.
clean, very subtle, very floral.
Nice.
Shank?
Nice. I like
what
that.
you?
Well, this week I'm going to be burning Lemon Rocket. I'm currently burning Lemon Rocket, and by God, it's tasty. Now these nugs are a lot like yours. They're just kind of small, very boring, nondescript nugs, like greenish with small amount of red hair. Nothing exciting, not an even exciting amount of crystal. But it sits around 22.5% THC, so that is exciting. So like a nice 22% is nice, and it has 0.1% CBD.
Okay.
So it's there. I mean, it's small, but it's there. It essentially tastes and smells pretty much exactly like the name would imply. It like jet fuel and lemons. And honestly, it's great. I'm loving the flavor of it. I'm loving the smoke. Burning very beautifully, and I'm fucking stoked about it.
Hell yeah. And I'm getting stoned off of it. Now, obviously, we just did a little bit of a strain review there. Normally, we would do these as exclusive videos on our YouTube, but we don't really have too much time for it, so we still want to get it in for you buds. We will be getting to those soon. In the meantime, get over to our YouTube page where you can check out our other strain reviews for the strains that we have done already, as well as other videos, video version of the podcast that you can watch right now, and other exclusive content right there. Yeah, Shank, that's completely irrelevant now.
Those are really outdated.
Super
I'm old.
dude.
That's-
No.
Yeah, but yeah,
So-
no, that's true. That's true. And also, if you buds feel like just looking at some pictures of our cannabis that we post regularly, go and check out our Instagram page at Good Buds Podcast. You can also peep our individual Instagram pages at Good Buds Curtis, at Good Buds Shank, and at Good Buds Isaac. Do you have one yet? You've got one, right?
Yeah, he's got one.
Thank-
Okay, yeah.
That's Isaac.
And check out our official Good
Fan
Buds
page.
fan page at Good Buds Peyton, which is fucking awesome. Thank you so much,
Check it
Peyton.
out.
Shout out to them for fucking being our awesome moderator and administrator of our fan page. So check that out on Instagram as well. But if you feel like doing the whole Facebook thing, we are on Facebook as well. And we're on like we're everywhere. We're on Twitter and all kinds of crazy places. But what's really popping off right now is our Discord channel, where you can go in, directly share some memes with us, share some good times, share the strains you're smoking, have some great conversation, and get notifications every time one of us goes live anywhere.
Absolutely. We fucking love it. We love getting to know you guys, and we love, the conversations and the memes that we have been sharing on there. So be sure to check it out. And if you want to help support the podcast and make it a little bit better, be sure to check out our Patreon page where you can donate to the show. We have donation tiers that start as low as $1, and anything goes and helps the buds. You can get some behind the scenes stuff exclusive for Patreon, as well as be able to listen in on the show live. Thank you to our 2 Patreons that we got, Good Buds Isaac and Mr. Benji Bills. And on
Shout
top of
out,
that,
boys.
it doesn't matter if you do subscribe to our Patreon or anything like that. Anything you can do for free, like, subscribe, comment, share this with your buds. Any of that means the world to us.
It's very, very helpful, very much appreciated, and you buds are the best for doing so. And Isaac,
Isaac, say the thing.
hey, say the thing. Where else can people watch stuff?
You can watch stuff anywhere. YouTube,
Well, how about our stuff?
Twitch.tv slash.
Yeah.
We've probably paid for.
Excuse me?
The script is right. Fucking. I mean, there's no script. This is unscripted.
As I said, there is a script. There's
Wait,
a
hold
script
on.
exposing it all.
Wait,
No.
1 second. This is unscripted. Yeah, this is unscripted. That's my line.
Anyways. Twitch.tv slash Goodbuds Isaac. Nobody else.
There are Twitch links down below in the description for all 3 of us buds. Check it out.
Absolutely. And with all of that being said, I'm also going to take another big old drag of this bong.
And I'm gonna take a lovely old zoot of this beautiful, beautiful dude.
And join us once again as we blaze it. Toto Kubo.
Talks about. Fuck, that tastes good.
Good.
That tastes real good.
Well, damn it, Dad.
They're coming right at us. Oh man. Okay, so Isaac, you got the topic for this week, bro. What's going?
Oh,
What,
yes. First
You're on.
question I got one question for you right now.
So
Yeah.
Which one of you guys is going to get the most expensive strain?
what do you mean?
Which one of you is going to buy an ounce of the most expensive strain?
I don't know if I'd buy
First.
an ounce of it, but I'd probably get a gram of it. And if we get Patreon subscribers, then absolutely, Curtis, absolutely, because he could probably buy it now, unless it's like in the tens, like high
Well,
budgets.
What you got?
But
a strain called Loud Dream has sold up to $800 an ounce, naming it the most expensive marijuana.
I'd run it.
so now that's 20. Okay, so there's 28 grams in an ounce.
This
Thank you,
strain,
cannabis. Thank you, cannabis, for teaching me a stupid, outdated system of measurement. But
Yep, same.
there's 28 grams in an ounce,
Mhm.
and so $800. So that's 800 divided by 28. What are we looking at for per gram on this bitch? I'm thinking, like, what is it, like 20, almost 20, $25 a gram? $20 a gram.
28.
Almost.
28.
$28.5 a gram.
$28.57.
That's amazing.
Well,
First of all-
that's kind of weird because considering that's 800, there's another strain called Fruity Pebbles,
Yeah.
and just a package of seeds go up
Now-
for $1,500.
Now, do they
They're
specify?
a completely different story because you're getting whole pounds off of those if you get them to do the right thing.
Well,
True.
You know the
but-
potential.
do they specify that this is the most expensive legal cannabis?
It just says sold at to 800 an ounce. The world's
Okay.
most expensive marijuana is Loud
I'm
Dream.
assuming it's legal cannabis then. It's sold from like a dispensary or something, because I can almost guarantee you that in some black market areas,
There's no way.
that's lowballing, because I know that there are parts of Canada before legalization. Thankfully, thank you for our government not fucking one thing up. We got legal now, but before legalization, I know for a fact that there were places in Canada where if you wanted to get a gram of weed, you were paying above 30, like maybe even $40 per gram of cannabis.
Right.
Like, just because A, it was illegal, and B, they were stupidly hard to reach areas like Newfoundland
Right.
or fucking like the Nunavut, that
Based
kind of
on-
thing, right?
Based on how they're wording it, I'm assuming it's definitely legal cannabis.
Yeah,
And
from a
definitely
store,
during
yeah.
modern times.
Yeah, so like from a store, like obviously, and $800, like, and I mean $28 a gram for like high end top tier. It's like bottle service, right? You know,
28
for
gram is not bad. It's only not bad.
I do
if
it on vacation.
It's only not bad if, as it grows up, they give you more of a deal. To the point where the ounce itself is $500 or some shit like that. It's still ridiculous, but you're willing to work with that when, mind you, for me, a normal ounce around here, the ounce that I'm smoking right now, this cost me fucking $69.
Yeah.
It was on sale. That was the main reason I bought it.
Yeah, substantially different pricing. Great quality weed though.
Oh fuck yeah, great quality weed. But every day at these dispensaries, they have ounce specials based on stuff that they have to get rid of or stuff that's going or whatever the factor is.
Yeah, rotating out stock or whatever, right?
Whatever they have the most of, some shit like that. Whatever.
Yeah, the Jerry ordered too much Blue Dream special.
Exactly. So when those happen, fucking, you can get strains for as low as $60 or, like I said, $69 a strain. Then it goes to like
I think they actually have one here that's
120.
Yeah, they have one here that's similar. They have a strain of cannabis or in the store, like in the NSLC. That's just called TWD, and TWD makes both a sativa variant and an indica variant, right? 28 grams of that, it's about the same price, like in Canadian. So it's like, so it'd be like where you're paying like $60, I'm paying like closer to 70, but it's still like you know, like but roughly around the same amount ish. And it's like, and it's fantastic because it's always available. You go in there, and if you want TWD sativa, you go in, you ask for TWD sativa, and they've always fucking got it, man. And it's like, and it's just like, and it's always the same price.
Right. And speaking of fucking goddamn deals.
What the fuck, dude?
For our audio listeners, I have 9 cartridges in my...
2 cartridges in his hands.
2 cartridges in my hands now.
Bro. Okay, just for seeing that, I'm gonna take a big old zoot off of my vape right now.
Oh yeah, I'm about to pull. Or I'm about to change these out, so figured might as well pull it out since we're talking about this. But yeah, this deal was 9 for $100. These things normally go for $35 each.
Oh my fuck, dude!
On that deal with the tax and everything, these are $12.50. And they do that deal every single Wednesday.
Bro.
So every other Wednesday or every third Wednesday or whatever, I'm fucking in there buying cartridges.
That's fucking bonkers, bro. So Isaac, obviously that's like the most expensive. So like you said, Fruity Pebbles and that are like the 2 most expensive strains, right?
Yeah, I went to look out just expensive strains. This is not a part of the questionnaire I found.
Oh, okay, cool. That's cool, man. So you found a questionnaire though, and I think, you know, like obviously
Yes.
Curtis and I aren't fully aware. You've given us like
up here. I'm a fucking idiot.
oh, geez, there you go. But you gave us like a brief like preview kind of thing of what we were going to talk about beforehand. But like what exactly, like you can just jump on the questionnaire, hit me and Curtis with whatever fucking weed
This
related.
questionnaire is 14 of the biggest questions researchers have about marijuana.
14.
15.
14.
15.
Why?
First question. What
Why is
cartridge?
Gamora? Wait, hold 2 of them up. Are they all different?
They are all different. Here's the thing. I
Okay.
had told them to get me 3 indica, 3 hybrid, 3 sativa, and surprise me on the flavors. So I have 3 hybrid,
Okay.
3 indica, 3 sativa.
All right, hold on 1 second. I know how to decide. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Got to think of my whole
Quicker.
going. Hybrid. What do you got for hybrids?
Number 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Uno, dos, tres. Middle one. The one sandwiched. Yeah, yeah, that one right there. There you go.
This is Jack Harrer by MKX. It is a 1 gram cartridge that has 82.4% THC. Total cannabinoids of 86.5. Some CBD, some THC, others, and yada yada. This bitch is about to be
Whoa! It's gonna kick you right in the testicles.
The only thing I hate about these cartridges are the amount of pollution. I am sorry, Mother Earth, but I want to get high conveniently.
It's true, and I'm sure that we can. And actually, I think there are some companies that are figuring out ways to recycle them and shit. So that's cool.
They need to tell me where to go to drop my shits at.
Yep,
Otherwise,
that's what I'm saying.
Garbage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But hey, you know, I mean, at least archaeologists will find it in 10,000 years and be like, "The fuck is that?" There's so many of them fucking everywhere, especially around this Curtis guy's house. He must have been revered as a god because they have a giant statue of him, but the statue has its penis chiseled off. What does it mean?
Mean.
And there's a giant cheese wheel on the hillside. Why is there a giant cheese wheel on the hillside?
I can hear God. He's telling me to invest in Apple. Why, God? Why do you want me to buy apples?
Yeah, why God? Why? All right, so Isaac, questionnaire. What do you got? What's the biggest questions that
20 minutes
Scientist.
in, let's answer these questions that we were answering.
scientists
All right. Scientists want to know,
scientists?
how does marijuana affect casual users?
Yeah.
Okay.
How?
Hmm.
How does it
Okay.
do it?
Well, as a what's our definition of casual user? Someone who just uses it every once in a while? Or
honestly,
someone
I'm
who
not gonna
is
lie.
very casual about using it?
I'm not qualified to answer this because I consider myself to be a professional cannabis user.
No, that's what I mean. Do they
I don't do
mean-
it casually. This isn't recreational to me, buds.
A
This is
casual
fucking
user
job.
is someone who wants to get a job
Jake,
done
I
and
get-
has no
I-
interest in mastery.
Casual is no interest in mastery?
A casual user is someone who just wants to do it, who just wants to get something done and
Okay.
has no interest in
me and
mastery
Shanker.
of it.
Like me and Shanker
I don't
are
know.
out.
I guess I would
Yeah, we're out.
I would
Yeah.
consider myself as a casual.
Yeah, you are because you do it every now and then.
Scrub!
You do it every now and then when you
And
feel,
I mean-
when you feel like it, but you're not like
I mean, it hasn't really affected anything.
you were
It's just-
happier and you ate a little bit more for a couple hours.
That was
That's
about
pretty good
it. I mean,
sleep.
it didn't really affect me.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Actually, this is a good time for me to mention it. But I remember when you had smoked it and we were like hanging out, just chatting and stuff like that. And you were like, you kept saying that you didn't think it was affecting you, but then you were like talking about all kinds of different types of food. And I was like, oh, dude, man, I think you got the munchies. You're like, no, man, I'm just hungry. And I was like, yeah, I get that. And I was like, I get that. And like, and it's like, but then like 30 seconds went by and you started talking about a different kind of food, like to the other like 3 types of foods you had already mentioned. And I was like,
Juice is
I was
pretty
like,
good.
I was like, bro's got the munchies. And I was just happy because we were vibing. It was a good time. We were having a great time.
Oh, yeah.
We were fucking vibing and just like having a laugh and shit. But like, I feel like what your expectations for how it was going to make you feel versus how cannabis actually makes some people feel were probably not like lined up. You know what I mean? Because my advice to casual users, because I was one at one time,
Of course.
is that different strains do different things. So if you smoke one strain, you might literally be like sitting there like, man, I'm not high at all right now, but you're still just feeling all right. You know what I mean? Like you're still feeling like loose and you're still like just enjoying, and you're kind of hungry. You're kind of hungry. Maybe, you know, you feel a little bit tired, but it's late anyway. So, you know, you're probably feeling tired because it's late or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so like you don't think that you're high at all, but that's because it's like a super stupid high CBD strain with like, you know, a balance
Extra
of THC.
relaxing and healing
and,
stuff
like, yeah.
that.
And so like I literally smoked a strain. Like now keep in mind Curtis and I, we have crazy tolerance. Like that's just how it is. But I smoked one last week that was like, you know, it was a high CBD strain and I literally did not feel high at all. I didn't feel baked at all or anything like that. But holy shit, my back didn't hurt.
Right.
You know, I felt relaxed as hell. I didn't feel sleepy because it's not supposed to, but I just didn't feel like aches and pains and shit. And that's what that strain is specifically for. And like, even if a casual user smoked that strain, they'd probably get a similar effect. You know, they might feel a little bit high or get like stronger munchies or that kind of thing and not necessarily be as prepared for it. Cause we always say, be prepared, buds,
Right.
you know, have munchies, have beverage,
Exactly.
seasoned stoners.
Garlic butter.
Yeah. And so essentially, yeah, but to a casual user, like if you got a different strain and you smoked it, it would potentially do an entirely different thing. So you don't want to treat each new strain like
the
the
same.
last one you smoked. Yeah. So like
Not
it's like
every
yeah,
package
don't
of salt is the same. Not every package of oregano is the same.
yeah, don't smoke like half a joint of one and then be like, oh, that didn't do jack shit, and then get another strain and smoke half a joint of it right away. You know what I mean? Because you might get completely fucked up.
And it's the same with smoking with, oh, I have these friends who smoke weed a lot. I'm just gonna hit some
Mm.
weed with them. Oh, well, they're passing
Don't
around a blunt.
keep up.
They're passing around a blunt. It's fine. I can keep up with that. Well, that blunt also has some RSO wax in it and some
What?
keef and a
What
whole
is
bunch
this?
of other crap.
What does it remind me of the? I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to have a lot of sex. It makes sex
It
better.
makes sex better. Well, that's the thing is don't keep up. Like smoke, take a puff of that blunt. Be like, okay, I'll take a hit, pass it on, and just chill on the next couple rotations. Just chill. Just don't take like when it comes to you, grab it, pass it to the next dude. You're still there, you're still chatting, but just don't toke it. Just pass it.
Okay, so actually, I do have a solid example for that, and that's one of my close friends who I've been hanging out with a lot recently.
Yeah.
Now the fact is, he absolutely did not smoke. He didn't drink. He did not do any fucking sort of, recreational thing that would be considered a, vice type of shit.
Yeah.
Now, on his, or the day before, or before his wedding, he had his bachelor party. And,
Oh, I remember you telling me you were going to that.
yeah, and I think I've mentioned this to a couple of the buds, if you guys remember. If not, recapping. During his bachelor party, he decided to smoke cannabis. And since I was going, obviously being the professional, I got all the stuff ready for it. So
You were the weed mommy.
I was the weed mommy. I got all the strains. I got new bongs, new bowls, pipes. I got grinders. I got, everything that we needed to make everybody
kit.
happy. So we have a whole bunch of fun, and literally, he just smokes a couple hits and stops, and he goes in and he chills for a little bit. Me and my friends, or the rest of the people there, we're smoking on everything. Everybody has free reign of it. It's fine. And towards the end of the night, he's finally like, all right, I'm ready for some more. Go out. He takes 2 more hits, and that was it. And 1 bong hit. Like, he was a pretty good, big champion. And after that, his fucking fiance just kept sending me fucking videos of the night of like, yeah, he's pretty fucking high. He's pretty high right now.
But he probably had a great fucking time though. Like he didn't have a bad high, right? He didn't have one of those like I hate my life, everything is spinning, I want to die. He just had a good high.
The second high was kind of more like that, where it was more like, okay, this kind of sucks. And then the third time was fucking great. He was running around the house. He was being very happy, frantic, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
it's because you got to try not to keep up. Yeah.
He knows not to keep up. He knows to handle what he can, feel what he can, gauge that, and then go from there. He doesn't fucking let himself overindulge, so he never knows what it, he always gets relaxed and happy and stuff like that, but he never gets.
Cake to the couch kind of stoned.
Right, which I remember.
Stupid weed PSA commercial stoned.
Which, as a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 15-year-old starting to smoke, I have no problem getting to that phase because it's like, cool, I just lay on my bed for a while. 2 hours later, everything's fixed.
Yeah,
but you got shit to do, especially him. He has kids.
Yeah,
and that's the other main thing. He doesn't do it when his kids are awake. He always waits till they're asleep. He always makes sure everybody's taken care of. Nobody's.
That's what
crying.
Travis does.
He brings
If Travis
baby
wants to
monitor out
go,
with him.
if Travis wants to go smoke a bowl, he'll make sure like my nephew isn't around. He'll go outside. He'll go in his room because in their little house he's got his own room where he's got his collection. He can draw and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, man. And like you just
have your own little office.
If you're a casual, just enjoy it when you want to. Well, actually, in general, just enjoy it when you want to, but don't overindulge because, like we always fucking say, and we've said this since like episode 1. Moderation.
Absolutely, but
in everything.
But if you are able to maintain moderation and you are a casual and you don't really have any plans of going higher than being a casual stoner, then as long as you got good moderation and you know when and where it's appropriate, I don't think it affects you.
Yeah, 100%.
Your brain will still function normally. You won't really receive any negative health benefits as opposed to, anything else. But
No. You'll just have a good time every now and then.
Probably wouldn't have too much everlasting brain damage either.
Yep.
Brain damage.
That's true.
Damage.
If cannabis caused brain damage, I would not be functional at all. Like I would literally be non-functional.
It's minor parts per square million, Shank.
No, I know. I'm taking that.
You're
No, I'm
gonna
taking that into
exactly hit the
consideration.
You're gonna exactly hit the age of 43, 3/4, and 2 days. Take one puff and dead. That's all your body could take.
Yeah, my brain's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna be sitting there and be like,
Smokes weed once,
and then just suddenly I'm like,
dies instantly.
just drool.
Well, that was the cortex.
It's like, just, is he still alive? Technically. I mean, are any of us alive?
No, existential.
God damn it, why did I go to a philosopher?
Isaac.
Next question?
Yeah, next question.
Or unless you want to have your 2 cents on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh nah, I already basically said. Hey. Anyway, next question: how does marijuana affect kids when they start using it?
That starts fucking
Kids?
them up. If it's a kid, then it hurts their brain development.
I'm not saying
Well,
like
even
I don't think
even early teens.
kids.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
even early
talking
teens. I
teenagers.
smoked as an early teen.
Yeah, but
Saying,
Probably
And
not done as
honestly,
an early
I
teen,
can
though.
say that the effect that it had for me is not the same effect it has for everyone. For some people, it's really detrimental because if you don't have the attitude of you can smoke weed and get shit done, then don't smoke weed if you've got shit to get done. And a lot of people fall into the trap of smoking weed and getting shit, like not getting shit done. But my experience with cannabis when I was younger, made a lot of friends. I mean, honestly, this isn't me like necessarily endorsing it. Of course, don't.
No.
If you're younger, I have to. Not
No,
only
I
am I
don't
legally obligated as a broadcaster, but I also personally think just wait.
No.
It,
Shank, I agree with you on that. It definitely gets you certain friends, social circles, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are they the right ones?
No,
Maybe not exactly.
not always. Not always.
But, there are few benefits, but there are, again, multiple downsides, especially when you start at a young age. For me, I know it definitely took a toll on my learning capability and my mental capabilities now. Even now I get flustered with words and stuff, but the thing is, when I was younger, I had a minor form of epilepsy that kind of caused me to stutter and force words and shit like that. When I grew up, I kind of learned how to beat the speech impediment part of it, but the brain part of it was still working. So when I got to high school, I'm like, okay, I'll start smoking weed. At first, calmed it down, everything worked, and it's fine. Now I'm kind of at the point where I don't know if I'm overdoing the weed, so that's kind of coming back, which is why I stutter and lose track of what I'm saying sometimes, or if it's because I'm so fucking high all the time.
could be one of, yeah, it could be both.
Half and half. I
Yeah.
don't know. But I do know that they have done studies that obviously your brain is developing during that time. So if you're hindering it with some sort of substance consistently, obviously it's going to change your personality later on.
Yeah, it isn't going to be good. But again, if we are talking about, in this case, casual use, were they talking about like casual use and stuff?
Huh?
Did the question specifically say like casual use again?
No, I just said kids.
Oh, just okay. Then in general, I don't think that like teenagers or children, first and foremost, anybody that's a child, like I consider teenagers to be at the point where
talking 15. Let's specifically say 15 and older. Just
15 and older, 15 and older for the sake of this.
And if it is,
because anybody younger than that, fuck off. Don't even think about it.
Yeah, stop. You got other shit to worry about.
Yeah, don't even think about it. And what the
Start
fuck are you doing listening to this podcast?
Start smoking cigarettes and then come talk.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're listening, if you're under 15 and you're listening to this podcast right now, do what Curtis just fucking said.
You can't even repeat it. Fuck you.
No. Okay, start fucking smoking cigarettes and then come fucking talk to us.
Thank you.
But on our Discord, linked down below in the description. But and you're not
Show
wrong.
us your MIP slips. We'll laugh.
But it almost had a counter effect to that with me, because when I was in high school, I was not fucking interested at all in education. But when I smoked cannabis, and I went to school, I was extremely interested in education. I learned so much more when I was baked because I was there and I was engaged. You know, when I wasn't, I was just like, I fucking hate being here. Like, I don't relate to be. I was a floater. I like floated from group to group. I didn't fucking.
Kind of the same thing with me, except for the fact that when I wanted that, I took fucking Adderall.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Adderall from some kid, and
that was popular with a lot of kids around here too. Except Dilaudid and Oxycontin came into the fucking scene, and just a lot of people OD'd. It was bad. It was bad. Fucking stupid ass.
Save that for after school.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, you know, the GHB and the pooper. But basically, yeah. So like when I was in school though, like I was never really super interested in education. I was always like, I fucking hate being here. This is the most boring fucking place I could ever be. And then when I smoked cannabis, and I smoked cannabis and I was more engaged and I was more like, okay, this is cool. Like, and I actually felt more like motivated to learn things. And my teachers actually noticed an improvement. Like, you know what I mean? Like they noticed that I was more engaged and that I was doing better. Like, and I always consistently scored well on tests, you know, but I always fucking hated like homework and shit.
Come to think of it, coming to school high all the time, they probably realized that I was high and didn't want to fucking talk to me.
Yeah.
They didn't want to be like, this would be a lot of extra paperwork if we got this kid in trouble. So let's just not talk to him and just let him sleep over there.
And honestly, with me, I think it was the same thing, except I think they realized that I was doing better, so they didn't want to say anything to risk fucking that up. They were like, honestly, he's doing better, and like he's not hurting himself, and he's not like, you know, acting out or anything like that.
Same.
Like what? Just leave him alone. Like, just, you know, like, and again, probably the paperwork thing. They're probably like, "Fuck, there's a lot of paperwork." Like, no, administrative work sucks as it is.
But Isaac, what are your thoughts on this? Or
I don't really have. I mean,
kids smoke all the dopes.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't. I think it should be a thing until you're.
But 18. You agree with the cigarettes, right?
No comment. Just joking. No. I think cigarettes should be more illegal than weed.
Warning: the Good Buds podcast does not endorse the underage smoking of any sort of substance. Please
no.
do not.
We don't. Actually, I smoke and I don't endorse it. You're fucking stupid if you smoke because I'm fucking stupid for it. So
I just realized they all have to be 21 anyway. So fuck them.
Yeah.
In my
true.
My area,
so
at least.
Fuck you. Anyway, moving on.
But anyway, okay. Next question, Isaac.
When patients use medical marijuana regularly, how does it affect their life? I don't know. I never met someone who's.
Yeah,
it's good. It's
fucking
good they're high all the time.
It's pretty good. It's not curing them, but it's making their life a lot more fucking tolerable, probably.
In the case of RSO, it has been linked to like helping to shrink tumors and shit like that, but they're still studying it. But
and there's also certain fucking tonics and tinctures and shit like that, and like what's that fucking miracle serum that everyone talks about?
RSO.
No, not RSO. Some Rick Simpson oil.
RSO.
That's what it stands
Rick
for.
Simpson oil.
Oh my fucking god. So,
nope. Anyway, yeah. So RSO. No, we don't need to leave it in. We learn things all the time, buds. That's how it works.
If you didn't know, RSO is Rick Simpson oil.
Yeah.
And if you did know, don't roast me too hard.
No, it's fine. I didn't know that until like
as I burned this pen and we blaze it. Tok tok shkaboke.
Distraction.
Honestly, I only found out like a year ago. Yeah. I only found out like a year ago, and it doesn't really come up because a lot of people just call Rick Simpson oil, but it's RSO.
I've seen both in the fucking dispensary. Like one is actually a tincture bottle that says Rick Simpson oil, and the other one are syringes of RSO. Yeah,
which is Rick Simpson oil. They're the same thing.
It's the same thing, but it wasn't marketed.
6 of one, a half dozen of the other. Yeah, but one of them is just marketed as Rick Simpson oil. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So like, and they. And it has been shown though. It has been shown to like help. Well, they're still studying it again. I have to emphasize that, but
reduce tumors. It also helps with seizures, epilepsy, and other neurological
all kinds of shit.
Disease. Not
Yeah.
in the terms of
Parkinson's.
It cures it, but
Yeah.
it does, compared to other medications and other stuff that they've tested for it, this definitely instantly treats it.
It helps neutralize symptoms. It can help like some of the symptoms of like, so it can't make your Parkinson's go away, but it can make your tremors stop.
For
You know what
a
I mean?
little bit at least.
For at least the duration of the effect, right? So it's one of those things where like has been shown to be effective for that. And obviously I know several people. Actually, my stepdad works closely with a veterans group called CannaConnect that helps connect veterans with medical cannabis in Canada. And and I've met a ton of registered medical cannabis users, and every one of them has shown a quality of life improvement. Like every one of them says, like I could barely walk, and now I can actually go out for like hikes with my wife and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like they,
Right.
or like like I would have to sleep on like a board because my back was so fucking bad, and now I can actually get a good night's sleep. That kind of thing. PTSD, fucking people who have PTSD say that it fucking absolutely helps them to calm themselves and treat their anxiety, and helps them to fucking get to sleep at night without having crazy ass dreams that wake them up 13 times a night. And so it's a really, everybody that I've talked to about it has shown a crazy quality of life improvement. And medical cannabis should be available for free to everybody who fucking needs it.
Exactly. Recreationally, you can pay for it, and that taxes can help for whoever and whatever needs it. And medical should
Pay for the medical cannabis. Yeah, take that tax from that, throw it to the medical. Like, it's smart. That's smart. Yeah, do that. Everybody vote for that.
Well, let's let it go for a couple years as it is, so that way we can get the tax benefits to fix everything else first.
Not wrong. Not
then,
wrong.
Then we can shoot that.
And then we can once everything else is kind of up to
Once we got the clean energy, the roads that don't have a whole bunch of potholes in it,
the safe prostitution areas and cities.
Low crime rates.
Yeah. Well, legalizing that kind of thing. Like I said, prohibition doesn't work. Doesn't. So just legalize it and regulate it, and you're good to go.
All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, Isaac, what are your 2 cents about medical cannabis users? And not ones that
up.
Yeah, and obviously we're not talking about ones who you personally know who are not necessarily medical users.
No.
Come on.
Just because.
Yeah, who use it just because they want to get baked.
And they're just telling everybody it's for
chronic
back pain.
Yeah.
At the age
because people
30.
actually fucking need it. So just don't lie about it. It's like people need it, and we don't want people to think that they're lying about it.
If you need to do it, you need to do it. A man's gotta do it.
And if you want to do it recreationally, just say you want to. Like, I don't have a problem admitting it. It helps me with a lot of my aches and pains. I'm not gonna lie about that, but
loving it.
I am a recreational user.
Same.
I do it because I like it.
I am a recreational cannabis enthusiast.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So that's pretty much covers that question. What do you think about?
Next one.
Next question. How does marijuana affect older adults?
It helps them in their dying years.
Being old sucks, so being high makes it suck less.
This is where you get those guys flying down the street in their wheelchair down a hill going whee while flipping everybody off.
Yeah, me and Curtis in 30 years.
It's that video.
We'll be in San Francisco at that point.
It's that video of an old guy
years?
and he was riding a bicycle.
40.
For me.
I'll probably be in a robot body by then though. I'll just put wheels on my robot body.
Daisy.
We.
You can only do it if you get to sing the robotic Daisy.
Oh, well, of course. You don't think I'm gonna have that programmed as like a hotkey in my fucking voice box?
Daisy, Daisy.
And the one that slowly slows down until it stops.
It keeps going for the duration of your movement. As soon as you stop moving is when
the song stops. See, but for me, I'd change the song every single time I move, just so it'd be weird. Just so it'd weird people out.
All right, guys, come on, let's get going. Don't stop making DJ bring it on.
Oh my god, yes.
Huh.
And then I stop and wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
So in this questionnaire, there's actually an answer to this. It
Hmm.
says, in fact, one of the first studies of older medical users from the MIND project.
The Mind Project.
What's he doing down there? What's he doing?
Dancing. Beep beep boop beep boop boop boop.
All right,
beep, beep,
well,
boop.
Their
Oh my God, that's what it would
preliminary
play every
results
time I walk.
show that the 3 months into their medical marijuana treatment, a group of patients, 24 patients, showed significant improvements in the test of cognitive functions. The test of heavy recreational smokers in the past have shown worse cognitive functions. Cognitive, whatever functions.
Smoke too much, brain
This,
work no
this
good.
was an opposite though. It can probably be explained by the fact before treatment, pain could have impaired their cognitive abilities.
Or, hear me out, my theory, as a completely untrained scientist, weed science.
Wait.
Okay, science. so
Consider the following.
consider the following. Maybe when you smoke cannabis, it makes your brain functioning go to an average level of like, you know, just base functional. So like if you're, you know, us and young and fully functional brain and everything else, then our brain goes to like, yeah, whoa, hey, wow, this is crazy, man, blah. But if you're old and you're like, where am I? What is everything? Whose underwear am I wearing? And then you smoke weed, it'll bring you to like, bruh, what's going on?
Oh, huh.
Holy man, wow. So like it just brings you up, you know, brings you back up to that level instead of dropping you kind of down to it.
Makes sense.
So maybe that's the case. So when old people smoke it, it's like their brain level goes to that level where it functions fine, and you know, like fine enough.
When you smoke weed, you become dumb. But when you become older, you're already dumb.
Dumb. So when you smoke
become
weed,
smart
it-
again.
Yeah. Well, not quite smart, but just not as dumb.
I think that's how that works.
That's my theory, buds.
Us weed theory.
Oh, weed theory.
Thank you for considering the following.
Cut.
Oh no, we're still going. Isaac, next
Oh, Matt
question.
Pat, don't fucking sue us.
He can't touch weed.
That's true, he
That's
can't.
against
Yeah,
his branding.
yeah, that's in our fucking territory, bitch. Meet us on our turf.
But like, what's in the plant?
Oh.
Really?
What's in the plant? THC, CBD, a whole bunch of terpenes.
That's literally the next question. What's in the plant?
Um,
Really?
okay, so carbon atoms, THCA,
Molecules.
THCB, CBD, CBDG, I think. Fucking
Terpenes,
different
lily.
terpenes. There's like so many different like
Just to name a few.
limonene, pinene,
Limonene,
pinene, myrcene,
beta
carophyllene, beta,
Beta and alpha.
beta and alpha. And then there's like, oh holy shit, there's like so many.
Linalool.
There's a lot of them. Linalool, what is that other one? Moslin, model, molifim, I'm not
Ay,
even remember.
caramba.
My caramba! But yeah, there's so many different things, and that's not mentioning the other, like, you know, the other plant
According-
component, like the other actual
According
plant coatings.
Water,
Yeah, chlorophyll, water.
according to the site,
mitochondria,
says-
powerhouse of the cell.
there are somewhat around 400 chemical compounds
Nucleus.
in cannabis. There are more than 60 of which are special compounds known as cannabinoids.
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 I'm gonna quit.
Please don't.
Anyway, these bonds with relatively recent discovery,
Cannabinoids. Banana. BANNS.
It's funny because he's
You-
letting
you-
out, and it
you-
just all came out at once.
Yeah.
You guys want to read the article?
Just no,
Screen
we were
share.
the internet just lag spiked for me. So, yeah.
Anyway,
But do you want to go back to the
Please.
beginning of just
just
that?
read the article.
Let's
So
just
what's
fucking
it?
go through it. Leave it in. All right, just
These
carry on,
neurons,
Isaac. Sorry.
with relatively recent discovery system in our brains that interact with natural produced cannibalism. In every animal, these natural cannabionicals play multiple roles affecting mood, appetite, memory, consequences, pain respond, blood pressure, and many more.
And many more.
These cannabinoids from marijuana tap into the same system, which is why the plant has such a wide-ranging effects. Understanding these components and how they interact is going to take a good amount of study.
I volunteer as tribute.
Weed.
Oh, hold on. The Hunger Games is copyright.
This is the most like a pot leaf I can get to.
Eh, eh,
There
eh.
you go. I think this is the Noted by Stoners now.
Oh, hey, there you go. Oh my god, I can make my hand wheelie. What the fuck?
That's a thing.
That's some jacked up shit.
Anyway,
I
But,
can't
like-
do that again. I'm never
but,
doing
like-
that again.
but like, what do these compounds do?
What you-
They interact with lots of different people in different ways.
Components. That's some components.
Like yeah, but also like they said, it requires a lot of study because it impacts different people in different ways, and they don't quite know why. So it's hard to say. Like they know what happens. They know that there are cannabinoid receptors in your brain that the CBD and other THC and everything else like bonds to, and it causes like sparks to go bop, 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 bop in your brain.
Because remember, plants do share some stuff with humans. Not all
Yeah.
stuff, but some stuff. We do share
Exactly.
a lot of DNA with a carrot.
A banana as well. I like that. We're like 5%
Yeah.
banana.
Correct.
And like, I'm just glad we
I'm
spent
about
around through
7%
two
though because I
questions.
eat a lot of bananas.
Makes sense.
As long as I get them in my body somehow.
Exactly, right? And but yeah, like I just know that like it fucking like reacts differently with everybody, right? Like I mean, it's every person has different configurations of CBD receptors or THC A or B or
Right.
whatever receptors. So it hits everyone different.
I agree. Good thing we sped run through those because those were probably easier questions on this list that a lot of people know.
Mm-hmm.
But does the increasing strength of pot really matter?
Yes, I need to get
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah.
Look,
And
for other people, look. We know the general answer on this one, and everyone can assume yes and greatness and blah 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 and stuff like that. But I'm talking completely greedy and just completely self-aware right now. I want weed stronger because I want to get fucking ripped. That is the only reason.
ditto.
Thank you, Shank.
That's my full response.
Yep.
Ditto. I agree that
Well, let's
for
see.
sci-
The article.
for science, I think for science they should make weed as powerful as they can. For science, because it's important to do weed science.
Whether or not that type of weed should be sold or whatnot, different story, yada yada. That's up for whoever to decide. But if
Yeah.
it were up to me, fucking 100% THC.
You know how with hot sauce, they're always inventing a hotter hot sauce, and now they've got hot sauces that are like 8 bajillion Scoville units, and when you put them on your tongue, it like melts a hole in your tongue, and now you can put a tongue ring in it.
Like literally,
Like-
you can only have a bottle this big, and the whole bottle
Yeah.
is literally a warning label.
And you need to sign a waiver in order to buy it so that you can't sue the company.
Yeah.
And like basically like it's one of those things where like these things exist, and I want that for weed. I want to have a weed so powerful that the person behind the counter looks at me and goes, "Really? Seriously? Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I want it." And they're like, "Oh, are you really sure? Like you'll have to sign this paperwork saying you can't come back here and sue us, or like your family can't sue us if you die." And
You
I'll
get
be
too
like,
fucking
and
high, you're
I'll be
tripping
like,
fault.
and I'll be like, give me the fucking paper. Do you have a pen? Because I didn't bring one.
Exactly.
The forum says some researchers just want to know what would happen if the THC levels hit above 50, 60, or 70%.
I just want to know too.
Something that's
I just
already
wanna know-
possible
Those are
with
my
the
kind of
concentrated
scientists.
forms of marijuana.
Like I'm smoking right here.
Yeah,
Fantastic Jack hair.
but those are my
Alright.
kind of scientists, man. Like straight up, those dudes.
It's a good question.
Like they
Anyways,
just want to know.
But
Like
I
these
want-
are
That's the thing.
Scientists.
I like the concentrate. I want a solid bud of weed that clocks in so fucking high that they would rather recommend I smoke Moon Rocks because I won't get as high.
yeah, yeah.
And Moon Rocks
Agreed.
is literally a strain of weed dipped in some form of resin or concentrate and then
all right.
rolled with fucking-
So now my question is, who's gonna do Moon Rocks first on the podcast?
We already have.
You guys have?
No. Shank did. That's right.
I
Yeah.
wasn't aware. We're around.
No, I had a Moon Rocks joint. It was before you joined us for the actual recording. Like it was when you like actually I think it was before we even started doing interviews.
Yeah.
This is when you guys forced me.
Yeah.
Before you guys forced me on.
Like before we moved your office from the dungeon to the first floor janitor closet.
Now you got your
Explains why it
disposable.
smells like shit in here. Anyway,
It's still nicer than Ryan's. It's nicer than Ryan's office.
Gosling. Why would you do Ryan Gosling like that? He's hot. Anyway,
No, Ryan from the
Oh, he's
office.
in the boiler room.
Ryan Gosling's in the boiler room. Yeah.
that's why he's Ken in the new Barbie movie. Anyway,
That and the lack of genitals. I mean,
smoking, vaping, or eating. How much do the methods a person use to consume marijuana matter?
It matters a lot, in
Mm.
my opinion.
hmm.
For example, standard use, bong, bowl, joint, I would say. Bong is a little bit more advanced. Bowl is like kind of in the mid-grain. Joint is super easy. Fucking
Piece of cake.
So, joint, bowl, bong, all of those are
And
still...
the fourth category of fucking MacGyver style fucking smoking device, and in that I'm including gravity bongs, iron lungs,
apples.
like apples, like cobbled together stoner devices. That's like the fourth category, and that one is
Things
just
that-
as obviously
things that
straightforward.
do not actually, vaporize.
It just
the weed,
combusts the weed and you smoke it.
burns the weed and still goes through a chamber or whatever, whether there's water or something involved. It does not actually vaporize any form of cannabis or concentrate or shit. like that.
Exactly. Even in a joint, you're still smoking that tip of the weed through the other weed. So it's
So-
like smoking it out of a pipe that just burns away.
So for your standard intake, I would say that if you have some sort of problem where you can't smoke, like some sort of bronchial infection or
Asthma.
problem, asthma,
Asthma.
or you're kind of like an on-the-go type of thing, and you can't really smoke wherever you're going. Edibles.
Or you can't, yeah, or you don't want to smell the place up at all.
Edibles. Run that shit.
Edibles.
Fucking.
But
in which case,
careful.
as much as you need, fucking be careful. But
figure them out.
I
Yeah.
go hard, heavy, high velocity, high amount.
Mhm.
And then in terms of vaping,
Figure out your own limits. You got it.
in terms of vape, take a hit, wait 15 minutes, decide from there.
Or if you're like Curtis or myself, just kind of keep it in your hand because you're probably going to be hitting it every like couple minutes. So I don't know what you're talking about at all either.
All right.
Anyways,
You were saying
How should medical marijuana should be dosed with what? Wait, what? Does this huh?
was that written by that kid who was
Be
like, "Have you ever
dosed.
had a dream?"
Be dosed. What should it be used for? I don't know. That doesn't make sense at all.
Does it say diagnosed?
It just says, "How should marijuana be dosed? What should it be used for?"
how should it be dosed and how should it be used for? Okay. So
And
again,
it sounds like a clear
high-
sentence when you say it.
high amounts, large amounts, high velocity.
Yeah, dosage.
If
you're smoking it?
Are you smoking yet?
Know your limits. But Like, if you figure you
Okay.
can figure out your own limits, just go like.
In terms of what it
Speedrun
can
that.
cure,
Nice.
Yeah.
absolutely everything. In terms of what it can cure for medical ailments, we kind of already mentioned that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we touched on it.
Epilepsy, seizures, fucking.
Yeah, it has medical benefits for different people. For that's a pretty broad question.
Parkinson's and shit.
But
Right,
for
right.
people who need it
So-
medically, smoke all of it. All of it you can get your hands
so
on.
it's literally considered a speedrun question.
Yeah.
So is this one? How should medical cannabis products be tested?
Give them to us.
Us, 100%.
Just give them to us. Just hand them to me and Curtis.
At on Discord, you can message
Yeah.
us there. We're on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram. All of our Discord or all
Yeah.
of our links are downstairs in the description.
DM us on Instagram and like just make sure if you're listening to this right now, just make sure to say we are legit. If you say specifically we are legit in a header, I will know that you listen to this and you think that this, just send it to us. Just we will test your
test
cannabis product.
Any fucking
thoroughly.
product you want to send to us. If it's
Thoroughly.
suppositories, I'm down.
Oh, I'm so down. Actually, I'm extra down.
I'll test.
I'm so down, it's going up.
I'll test.
New
I'll
slogan.
test out the CBD products.
And Isaac, yeah, there you go. And
We
Isaac will
got
test out all the
Isaac for
CBD
CBD
stuff.
products and gummies. He likes gummies.
Gummies are good.
Straight up.
Good speed
Yeah.
run. Good speed
There we
run.
go. Straight up.
Anyway,
Us.
how risky is Mary Jane used in pregnancy?
I don't know. There was a
It
study done in
depends.
Jamaica.
Hold on. It depends.
Yeah.
Is the woman using it or is the child using it inside of
The baby. In the womb. The
they're-
baby.
They're
The
both
baby's
using it.
It's very
They're-
dangerous. It's gonna burn the woman.
They're both using it if the woman smokes it. Just say.
I know. Well, I'm gonna cite.
Wow.
Well, oh my God.
You learn something. You learn 2 new things every day.
Grade 9 science class.
Speed.
Science. Oh my fuck. But actually, this is where I'm gonna cite something that I read up on something about this because
What are you citing at?
so there was a study done in Jamaica. A doctor in Jamaica did a study over the course of 30 years. 30-year study
It's a big.
on Rastafarians, and basically she followed 5 different families who all smoked regularly as part of their Rastafarian ideals and stuff like that. They smoked very regularly. They kept the herb burning, and fucking basically they followed the children of these families over the course of this 30-year study, basically to track their cognitive processing, their social skills, everything else, all kinds of things like that, general medical maladies. If any of them had any just medical problems at all, they noted it, logged it, everything else like that.
Right.
And after 30 years, they found that there was absolutely no correlation whatsoever between smoking during pregnancy and any impairment on the child at all. Any kind of impairment. They couldn't find anything, right? And now this study was done. It was very well done. It was peer reviewed and accepted and everything else. But the problem was that it was during a very heavy prohibitionist period in the United States. So they put it on the list of banned, discredited medical. They wouldn't allow
Even
it.
though it is a science,
yeah.
it wasn't legal at the
Yeah.
time. So
Even though it was fully a fully medically credible study and done fully with all documentation and full measurements and metrics and everything like that, they said that they're not going to allow it as evidence for the legalization of cannabis on a federal level. They were like, no, we're not going to allow that as evidence because it was done in Jamaica by a doctor that we don't have any credentials for, even though they did. And they're by a doctor who we don't have credentials for. They don't their degree doesn't count here because they got their degree in Jamaica and blah, blah, blah and stuff like that. And so it was ridiculous. But essentially the study was done over the course of 30 years and it was peer reviewed and it was found to be a fully valid study. And it's not a complete study because they only followed 5 families. But through those 5 families, there were, I think, 7 children or eight children, and not a single one of those children had any behavioral problems, and cognitive problems, social, nothing. They were absolutely normal kids.
Makes sense.
And they got bumps and scrapes and everything else, and some of them got sick every now and then, but no more than an average kid does. And so so basically that's a study I looked at when my ex, who's the mother of my child, my little dude, he's awesome. And when she was pregnant, she had horrible morning sickness. She literally woke up, and calling it morning sickness is facetious because it was all fucking day sickness. It was literally like,
Okay, so she got sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
So and it was every fucking day. So she basically had smoked cannabis before she got pregnant and stopped for the first part of it. And she decided that she was gonna try it again just because she was like, I need to do something because like I can't take pills or anything like that or that kind of thing. And nothing I can find online says it's bad for the baby except for one thing, which is that it restricts your oxygen intake because when you're inhaling smoke or whatever, you're restricting your oxygen intake a little bit. So that can potentially be damaging, but just don't hold your breath. Like if you're one of those people that holds your token for like half an hour for some reason,
Don't.
it's not cool, first of all. And second of all, just don't if you're pregnant.
Yeah, don't
But
play
like
toe
so
for toe with Snoop Dogg. You're not
exactly. No, exactly.
You
So
shouldn't be winning.
yeah, you shouldn't. If you were winning, you did something to him, and I'll find out what. But
If you're
anyway,
winning, you did something to him and to your child.
yeah.
Oh, illegal.
And yeah, and so basically, yeah, with like with her, she very, very low moderate, like low amount. She didn't want to do edibles or anything like that because it would literally be like,
That
you
would
know,
be
that
bad
can
for
be like,
the baby.
yeah. So essentially, she just smoked a little bit because this was way before vapes were like the vogue thing. And so like she smoked a little bit and it helped her and she wasn't fucking miserable all day. And it made it so she could function throughout the day and shit like that. And literally it helped so much and it made it so that she literally could just all she wanted to do was be a functional normal human being. And she couldn't do it because she was sick every fucking day and spent most of the day just being sick, which sucked. And so the cannabis helped her a lot. And like that was one of the studies that I read when I was kind of convincing myself that it would be okay as long as she doesn't go, like I said, moderation, as long as she doesn't go crazy, like, and she doesn't like smoke like all the time. And
Right, no 10 joints
yeah,
a day, no huge bong rips, no shit like that. Just
exactly. And it helped. It helped. And honestly, it's like one of those things that touching back on the medical cannabis thing. It's like she used it in that case medicinally, but it wasn't prescribed. It was just one of the effects of cannabis that works and is safe on the human body. And the baby's got cannabinoids in it anyway because humans have cannabinoids in them. So it's not like it's introducing something new to the baby. It's not a like chemical drug or anything like that. That's
introducing something that
yeah.
may not exactly have developed at that time,
Yeah.
but it's going to develop at the time.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
introduced, so only thing that it's going to do is speed up the process of forming natural cannabinoids.
Yeah, so it's not gonna. It's like so. Essentially, that's like a personal anecdotal thing. Obviously, it's not a medical study or blah blah blah. But I'm sure that out there, there's somebody who's done a medical study to say, you know, what's up with that.
With all that being said, high amount, high velocity, as much weed as you can.
Yeah, and he's talking to the baby in the womb, by the way.
Smoke it all up, champ.
Yeah,
The whole world ahead of you. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Might as well start now. Do you hear
Just
me?
get on it.
Do you hear me?
Hello.
Wait a
Well,
minute.
He's turning his echo on. Just give him a second. Give him a second. 1 second. 1 second, Beth.
Hey, smoke some dank.
It didn't work.
It didn't.
Nope, didn't. I only heard you once.
Hey, how about now?
Sounds good.
roomy.
You sound very roomy.
Pretty roomy in here.
Like throwing a
Come on.
hot dog down a hallway.
You must be in a Friday prostitute.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely. Yeah, but it's definitely Saturday night tonight.
How many beer cans?
Hi.
Oh,
Oh God, Techno Curtis is here.
Okay. So anyway.
All right, awesome. But yeah. So that's pretty much how I feel about it. You know, I like the study. Basically, kind of was cool, and I was a big fan of the results, obviously, because my ex was gonna probably do it whether I wanted her to or not. So, like, I just wanted to know the risks. So yeah, no, it was definitely good. Cool shit.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. All right, next question.
Are there people that are practically negatively or positively affected by marijuana use?
Yeah, babies.
Yeah, and people who can't smoke weed and get shit done.
Yes.
Because some people are like, I love smoking weed, so they smoke weed instead of working, and then they lose their job, and then they fucking can't
No.
afford weed.
Specifically, babies in the womb. Any mom who smokes weed with a baby in the womb is absolutely
Oh
High dosage. High dosage.
Yeah, unless she's
No,
smoking all the
any-
weed.
No,
Yeah, she
no.
shouldn't smoke any unless it's all of it.
No. Yeah. What was the question again?
Are there people that are practically negatively or positively affected by marijuana?
Both.
It
Yes.
depends. It depends on where you're dealing drugs.
It also depends on the person. I would consider. I
You're
would
dealing
say-
drugs in a rich neighborhood. Weed has probably affected your life pretty goddamn well.
Yeah.
If
Oh
it's
yeah, you
not
can
that good
sell
of a
a fucking
neighborhood,
eighth for $80.
if it's not that good of a neighborhood, you're probably shot multiple times.
Yeah, and not only that, but I mean, also if you're smoking weed, it could either improve your life because you fucking smoke weed, or it could ruin your life because you smoke weed. So,
Exactly.
so the answer to
Situational.
the question is yes. I'd say like ultimately, if you don't moderate yourself, then you're fucked. Sorry, not sorry, because you didn't moderate yourself. But
Just know when you can or shouldn't or have to. Fucking
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're a fucking in a state where it's completely legal, no problem. Fucking go for it. Big deal.
Go
No problem.
bonkers.
Big whoop.
Yeah,
But if you have a
or
job
if you
that's-
can't, or if you can't get shit done.
But if you have a job that specifically says, "Hey, for this job, if you are found under the influence, you are going to get fired and possibly arrested and all these other shits and
Get
fines
your
and
ass
whatnot,"
beat.
yeah, then yeah, probably don't smoke weed before work.
Probably a good call.
Probably don't smoke weed before you go to court. Probably don't smoke weed before. That's about it.
Yeah.
And even court is subjective.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like it's one of those things where like if you're incapable of like getting up off the couch when you smoke weed, and there's something that you need to do that isn't on the couch, wait until you've done that thing and then smoke weed.
Right. I mean, what's the point if you're just gonna have a whole bunch of laundry just sitting around, fucking
I know.
waiting to get done and shit?
Like bring the laundry basket to the couch.
I know. Just bring the goddamn laundry.
Just make sure you bring the laundry and you actually fold it.
Exactly. And then you have that done, and it's not just a big pile on your bed.
Yeah. you,
jackass.
you reach forward and turn your camera a little bit.
So.
Anyway,
Hey, he had to get ready to record the podcast right afterwards, so he has an excuse.
I found my shirt. It was pretty easy to
Yeah, I would make it for the buds listening at home who can't see the video right now. It says I would make a Zelda pun, but I can't read the rest.
find.
But I don't want to try and force it.
Get
Get it? 'Cause the Triforce? Isaac,
any more questions?
yeah, there's another
I hope so, because I gotta roll this
One
joint, so
more?
I need to buy time.
One more at least.
There's
I mean,
one.
yeah.
I think this is the last one.
This is the last
Oh,
one.
okay.
Oh
Last
boy,
one.
buds, we're on the last one. We're on the last one, buds. Sorry, that was probably loud if you have headphones in.
Yeah,
There-
rest in
Are
peace,
there
headphones
ways
users.
to counteract any of the negative effects of marijuana?
Pineapple
Yep.
juice
Pineapple juice and coffee.
and blowjobs.
And, blowjobs absolutely help. The drink and the actual physical
If
act
you're
of
falling
getting a
asleep
blowjob.
from an indica blowjob, bam, instantly awake, and then you
Super.
instantly pass out after that.
Oh yeah, no, that after the blowjob, you're out.
But that's for a complete.
For that 2.5 minutes, they've got your attention.
They got you on lock. Don't expect me to do anything, but I'll listen to you.
Yeah.
Better hope I paid in advance.
But yeah, no,
by that I
pineapple
mean
juice is
like
legit.
doing dishes and like chores and stuff. Love you, baby.
Yeah.
Um.
But pineapple juice is oh my god. Pineapple juice is a legitimate answer though to that question. It's like there's something about it that honestly when you are way too baked, if you drink it, you'll fucking feel better substantially faster.
Another thing to do to alleviate the fucking take a
English.
take a shower.
Oh yeah, shower, yeah.
fucking.
Yeah,
If
clean
you
your
need
dirty
to,
eyes.
sit
If you-
down. There's nothing wrong about sitting down
Now
in the
here's the
shower.
thing: you take a decently, moderately hot shower, fucking not like super boiling hot shower, but one that's a decent temperature. If you go
Yeah.
too hot, then you're gonna feel relaxed, and then fucking it's gonna completely counteract it. If it's too
Yeah.
cold, you're shocking your system, and it sucks. Just do a normal shower.
Yep.
And it's just gonna feel really good, really awesome, and you'll probably won't be high by the time you get out of it.
Yep. And like I
Unless
said,
you
if you
smoke
need
weed in the shower like I do, again.
yeah, I was gonna
masterclass.
say. Yep. Yep. Straight up. We aren't casual users. We're not.
There's no
We're-
such thing as a reason to come down.
We are paid professionals. Do
It's
not
two
attempt this at
things.
home. We actually need that disclaimer at the beginning of the podcast. It's like the good buds are paid professionals and do not on a closed course. Do not attempt this at home.
I'll get paid.
We'll talk to accounting.
I'm accounting. No. All right.
All right. No,
Yeah.
but yeah. I'd say fast, all of it, all at once. Just
High
go
velocity,
hard,
high
high
volume.
velocity. Especially the babies.
Jesus Christ.
And that is the best way that you calculate weed.
Science.
Weird science. Weed science. I
Weed
mean.
science.
I don't know what I'm thinking. It is weed science.
Weed science.
Fucking love Oingo Boingo.
Fuck yeah, Oingo Boingo's fucking amazing.
Boom.
Do 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 do. Oh wait, that's a different
That's The
song by
Simpsons.
Danny Elfman. I know Danny Elfman was the lead singer and frontman of Oingo Boingo.
Same?
3 things.
Yeah, the guy you learned that today. Oh my god, yeah, no, the dude who made the Simpsons theme song and the fucking the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack, all that shit. He's the lead singer and frontman of Oingo Boingo, Danny Elfman.
Danny Aiello?
You know, like Elfman.
4 things.
$15.39.
Well then. All right. Well, with all that, we're basically running out of tippity time.
Oh, yeah, we are. Look at that.
Yeah. So with all that being said, my bong is not packed. So I'm just gonna hit my vape because I'm too high for that shit already.
I have a joint rolled right here and I'm ready to light it.
Well, that's the thing that you got, Isaac. You probably got more of your blue Powerade, not because you're hungover, so it's just normal.
Uh-huh.
All right. Then with all of that,
Does
bud
that make it
Bubba-
normal aid instead of Powerade?
I'm not getting powerful, so I think it's just AIDS.
Thank. I swear to fucking God. Ooh,
It's-
so fucking- All right,
I
bud.
cou- I-
So let us blaze it. Tok tok shkaboke.
Coach Smoke. Do you remember the animation this time?
Yeah. But thank you, bud, so much for joining us on this amazing conversation where Isaac
Yes.
just asked us a bunch of. Isaac just told us how science is baffling, and we tried to answer it with weed science.
Weed science.
Weed science.
If someone wants to remix that and put it on YouTube so that I can hear it like that, that would be fucking fantastic. Obviously, you'll get copyright strike, so don't. We're not gonna do it. But
Danny
you
Elfman
want-
would probably be cool about it.
oh, Danny Elfman, yeah. I'm just gonna send him a message on Instagram.
Weed science.
Oh, yes.
Weird
He's
science.
obviously going to answer.
He might.
Hey, we almost got that guy from Zoe 101 to do it.
True.
Who
Exactly.
cares?
Yeah, that one dude with the face that's kind of like square.
He
Like,
also,
kinda-
Got it.
he also
Set
had
in the
that one
background.
bit part in that one show. But anyway,
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, thank you, buds, for tuning in this episode.
Yeah.
Appreciate having you here. Jenk, where can they find things?
They can find things all over the internet. But in their specific case, they can find shit on Instagram at Goodbuds Podcast, at Goodbuds Curtis, at Goodbuds Isaac, and at Goodbuds Shank, where we all post all kinds of stuff and all kinds of updates. You can also find our stuff over on Discord, link down below, where you can share your memes, conversation, all kinds of stuff like that. We'd be absolutely happy to hear from you, and you can reach out to us. We will absolutely, we won't let you touch us, but we'll talk to you. COVID regulations. We can't let people just be touching us. I mean,
Okay.
Weird thing to bring up.
It's strange. Nobody touch Shank.
don't touch me.
This isn't reverse psychology. Just
No, this literally isn't.
For me and Isaac's sake at this point, just don't touch Shank. Leave Shank alone. You can maybe talk to him. Just send,
No, talking is great. I love talking. Go to Discord. Link down below.
Yeah. Just go to the links down below. A whole bunch of shit there. And on top of that, we're here saying goodbye because we're rolling one for the road. And we'll see you next week on the Good Buds podcast.
Later, buds.
Later, buds.
I want to put my 2 weeks in.
Don't.
No, not accepted. You need to put in 3 years notice here.